Are you guys ready? Creepypasta number 48914, titled Hylised. I went to a local flea market and found out that someone was selling Trackmania Turbo. I wanted to buy it, but the owner said it was cursed somehow. I decided to buy the game anyway. The box was just like the original Trackmania Turbo box. It just had some glitchy image art on some parts of the entire art. When I grabbed the CD and put it into my PC, a weird application popped up on my screen. It was called Uplay. It said I needed to accept consequences would I want to play the game. It felt like a basic terms of service, so I simply just accepted it. Little did I know what happened next would change my life. The game started out normal, with the action-packed cutscenes and a neat menu, but when I opened the campaign map, I oddly seemed to already have medals. Some were bronze, silver, gold, and Trackmaster. At first, I didn't know what the idea was, but after some thinking, I realized it. It was Morse code. Bronze were empty spaces, silver were dots, gold were stripes, and Trackmasters were slashes. After researching the Morse code behind it, it came up with a message. I got this: dot 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 dash dot dash dash space dot dash dot dot space dot dot space dot 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 space slash space dash dot 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 space dot dot dash space dash dash dot space dash dash dot space dash dot dot space dot dash dot dash dot dash. Putting them into a Morse code converter, it said the following: Hylised bugged. Hylised bugged? I asked myself, what could that mean? I decided to forget about it for the time being and kept going with the game. I started on Canyon 1, with races working just fine, or so it seemed. Once I reached Valley, things were getting notably different. Starting map 14, I noticed the water pool where your car gets some weird slowdown, only sometimes though. Is this a bug in the game? It all went further afterwards. I quickly noticed something else about the water. Its reflection. It wasn't right. Pixels all over the water. A visual bug never fixed? An inspection through the forum of Mania Planet gave me the solution to fix the visual bug. This water bug, the Morse code, it continued to make me think. Are these things all part of the message? What happened to Hylised? I finished Valley and decided to call it a break. Once I closed the game, it went full red for a millisecond and shut down. And I was welcomed with a desktop filled with pixel files. All of these files spelled out weird gibberish. I felt like this game had some sort of hacking software embedded. Then I remembered Uplay. That piece of garbage might have done it. Little did Uplay know that I took part of ARGs before. I knew that this gibberish in the pixel files were in fact hex codes. I combined them all together and converted them into a link. This link sent me to the map for Trackmania Lagoon. Bizarre. The game isn't even out yet. That pretty much kept me stuck with the map in my downloads folder. For a while I was confused. How can I open this map otherwise? I went to bed because it was late. I woke up at 10 AM and questioned myself something. Are Trackmania 2 maps playable through Trackmania Turbo? I found a Reddit post which explains how to import Trackmania 2 maps into Turbo, and I was immediately on the right track once again. I followed the tutorial and went to import the map into Turbo. I went into arcade mode and found out that the map in the list of tracks. When I started it up, it worked. There was something weird though. The leaderboards? There was one record on it. It was the record HYLS with a time of 1:29:90. I thought, and quickly realized that HYLS meant Hylised. I went to try the map out to find out it was extremely difficult. I had no experience in Lagoon yet. I only just finished the White series of Valley. Maybe I am best off by finishing the Lagoon White series, I thought to myself. So I did, and went to complete the Stadium White series as well, just to be sure. I wrapped up the White series and decided to have a go at this particular lagoon map. It had buggy, pixel-ish water, broken shadows, glitched textures, and a placeholder skin for the lagoon car. Also, the song Mondkopf Deadwood was stuck on this map. Furthermore, the map featured crazy roller coaster loopings, beach driving, ramps involving water bouncing, and some long wall rides on those slide blocks. Long story short, it was incredibly difficult, not to mention Hylis's ghost was there. Performing pretty good. He must have tried this map a lot. At first, I didn't manage to keep up with Hylis, due to my skill level being below average, but that turned around slowly, as I continued to try this map and learn from my mistakes. Eventually, I managed to replicate Hylis's driving style almost perfectly, but even so, that backfires. As all sort of bugs started happening, the magnets on roller coaster loopings were inconsistent, water bouncing didn't always work, and the small pieces of water and asphalt among the sandy beach mess up my car grip so many times. I never finished the map in less than 138, it was just so buggy. It was like this map was made to test bugs. That's when I figured it out. This must have been Hylis's test map. Yet Hylis seemed to have beaten this map outside of the bugs. What was his goal? While I was on the map, I figured I'd drop a message to Hylis on Mania Planet Forum. It took 30 minutes for him to reply. He said the following: "Don't beat the ghost." I figured I'd get back to him again with another reply, but I never got a response again. I went back to the map because curiosity continued. I was on the map for hours, if not days, starting to reach times like 136, 134, and later on 131. It kept going better. I had moments where I beat Hylis midway through the race, but got overtaken due to some weird bug. I decided to keep on going anyways. I felt so close, yet so far away. Every time I set my time on the leaderboard, I was congratulated for setting a time on the top 10. That was until I got 130.30. The safest run I had without bugs. The game started to warn me, advising me to stop going any further. I kept getting closer and the message got more and more aggressive. A while later, I reached 129.92, only 0.2 away from Hylis's time. "This is your last chance," was the message I received from the game. It's like the game knows what's up. It was at that moment that I suddenly played out of my mind. Without any bug counter, I finished. The feeling of completing that one map. Amazing. The game showcased the time I achieved, a time that was way beyond my previous one. I reached 124.21. I took a moment to embrace the time, but things got strange right after. The game started to freeze. My car's engine sound was still playing, the victory screen was stuck, and the game inserted my name onto the leaderboards automatically. I tried Alt F4ing, but that didn't work. Task Manager didn't open up, holding the power button on my computer didn't work, nor did unplugging the power. I was getting frightened, as the sound of the engine started to speed up more and more, to the point I went beyond the range of the human hearing. My screen finally went black, but my monitor was still emitting light. I didn't know what to do. After 10 seconds, pure emptiness. Hylis's car appeared on the screen. As he drove to the center of the screen, Hylis exited his car and showed his face. He replied, "Why? Why did you go this far?" I was speechless. "What did you think you'd accomplish? Was it worth it?" Hylis asked again. Silence, once more. I answered back with something dull. "I need more clues, more information," Hylis replied. "There's nothing more to give. You've reached the end. Nothing you can do right now could make the situation more explainable. You are as stuck with questions as I am right here." "Are you stuck in the game?" I asked Hylis. He went silent. I grabbed the Trackmania Turbo box art and explained to him how I got the game. Hylis, although silent, appears to be shocked. I ask one last question. Are you the real Hylis? Hylis leaves through the corner of the screen, never be seen again. The monitor and computer shut down.
Do spooky 5 me.